Hello, everyone. Greeting from paradise, otherwise known as Singapore. Beside COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency. Is the price going up? Is the price coming down? My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. Every week, we will be making video about cryptocurrency. So if this is a subject that you are interested in, stick around, click the subscribe button, the notification and the thumbs up, and every time we have a video, you are the first to know about it. Now, we are very fortunate to have my friend and your teacher today, Dr. Clemen Chiang. Dr. Clemen Chiang is the leading authority in financial market in this region and perhaps in the whole wide world. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Yay! Thank you so much, Richard, for having me. Really excited to be back here once again.
Yeah, Dr. Clemen, time really flies down. We are in the midweek now. A lot of things has happened. And for those of you who have been following our video, this is a video that can help you make a lot of money. A lot of time, Dr. Clemen mentioned certain data that is not available in the market, or is available in the market, but it's too complicated. He has made it very simple, straight to the point. If you've been following this video diligently, you are laughing your way to the bank. And today, we have a few interesting question and data for you again today. Now, Dr. Clemen, there are many excitement and hype whenever there are news on altcoin upgrade. You know, the recent one is the Ethereum 2.0 and many news on other upgrade like Cardano, etc. Now, analysts always predict that when all this upgrade, price will go to the moon. Little have we heard of Bitcoin upgrade. Now, the crypto community are looking forward to Bitcoin network locked in tech root. So, in a layman's term, Dr. Clemen, can you just share with us what is that and how is this upgrade going to impact the price and movement of Bitcoin?
Wow, that's a really great question, Richard. You start off this conversation about the whole idea of upgrade. So I'm going to pull out my little iPhone right here. So how do we connect with the idea of upgrade in the area of cryptocurrency? Think about the iPhone that we have. In fact, it all started with iPod. I mean, I come from I'm not baby boomers. I'm a boomer, my son called me. And we, in our generation, we really started not with iPhone. We started with iPod. So for those of you who are millennials out there, go and check out what exactly is an iPod and then how Apple upgraded from iPod into iPhone. This is the iPhone 12 right now I'm holding, and we went through the version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So every upgrade, what happens to Apple's stock price? Boom, it just keeps going up. Because why? There is always a need for speed. There's always a need for more data. There's always a need for sharper camera, focus, functionalities, apps, and the whole ecosystem surrounding an iPhone. And that's the reason why when the committee is talking about, hey, there's a taproot coming up for Bitcoin, dun, 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 dun. Okay. This is really exciting for our entire community. Because why? We are focused on 3 very important, powerful primary keywords. And I'm going to show all of our viewers today where are the places to really zoom in. This is found at Binance.com, which they have academy.binance.com itself. But what I want to show you is 3 very important words found right here. Privacy, scalability, and security. So the benefits of a Bitcoin upgrade will result in these 3 key functionality relating to privacy, scalability, and of course, security. Now, of course, there are many talks about this upgrade is coming soon. And I don't want to bore you, but what is really important is, by combining Taproot with the related upgrade called, let me pronounce to you this really sexy word. 3, 2, 1.
Snow signature.
Snow signature. All right. Then, the committee is really uplifted with the prospect of a much more powerful Bitcoin. But, let me give all of you the insider information that's happening in the Bitcoin so-called committee level. All right. There's a lot of debate. They want to make it faster, cheaper, and so on. And one of the most controversial guy is actually Roger Ver. He was so frustrated with the progress of Bitcoin, he decided to branch out and set up Bitcoin Cash. That's how the birth of Bitcoin Cash came about, because people like Bitcoin Jesus Roger Ver, he's so frustrated with it, he said, no, I'm going to do it on my own. But that being said, no matter how good Bitcoin Cash is today, Bitcoin will forever remain the de facto leader, the first mover and the de facto. And I kind of scroll down right now, give you exposure to the kind of words that we are talking about in the community. How will Taproot benefit Bitcoin? And this is the part. We talk about iPhone, we want much faster data. It's all about reducing amount of data to be transferred and stored on the blockchain. We talk about more transaction per block, higher TPS rate. That's basically the speed we are talking about. And most importantly to us, lower transaction fees, all right? So this is a whole chunk of debate right here about Taproot, and you guys can come in here and have a quick read. But all said and done, it's not happening yet. It is always telling about the future, but not happening yet. So this is the kind of a cautionary warning I need to send out to all of you. Yes, back to Richard.
Okay. So look out for this Taproot thing, and if historically when there is such news in the market for the other coin, needless to say, Bitcoin, even news like that, make sure that you are in the know. And well, we will be, if as soon as this news come up, I think we will be captured here in this video, and you will be the first to know. Okay, great. Now, the next question I want to ask Dr. Clemen is this news. Now, this has been a hot topic, right? Many fund managers and many analysts has talked about this before. Now, I'd like to open this for Dr. Clemen wisdom. Now, many people refer to Bitcoin as digital gold for many reasons. One of the obvious is that both gold, traditional gold, and Bitcoin they are precious and they are very valuable, right? The market capitalization of gold is currently at around 11.411 trillion. This is being worked out by simple max. The price of current gold price multiplied by what is the known quantity of gold right now above ground. Okay, so that's the way it is being calculated. Now, if Bitcoin is called digital gold, then it should also have the potential to reach the 11.4 trillion market cap as the other ancient gold, right? The total limited number of Bitcoin is 21 million. And using the same logic as above, dividing by 11.4 trillion, now we come up with the value of Bitcoin to be worth 540,000 per Bitcoin. Now, question for you, Dr. Clemen, is this: what is your comment on this logic, and do you see this as a possible future price of Bitcoin?
Wow, that's a really good sequential question. And, Richard, you are really making us think really hard. How do we connect the dots, leading to the final calculation of what we call a $1 trillion cap, digital gold in comparison to the physical gold? So step one, what we do is this: we got to have everybody aligned on the same thinking, the physical calculation of physical gold. So today, as what Richard has highlighted to all of us, is standing at 11.411 trillion. That's the gold chain I'm wearing gold, all right? So we just stick to the same language. Physical gold, the gold bar, gold chain gold that I'm wearing, okay? It's around 11.411 trillion, and the value was obtained by multiplying the current gold price with the world's above ground gold reserves. The amount above ground reserves for gold estimated to be around 197,000 metric tons, according to the World Gold Council. Now, this is like step one. But a lot of people really don't understand from the physical gold, how do we determine the chart of gold price itself? This is the part that a lot of people get stuck with, and I want to lead all of us to have a common understanding. We go to finance.yahoo.com, and right on the top bar right here, there's this place that says gold, which is right now trading at 1,800. I'm going to click on this word called gold right here. And I also click on this word here called full screen to enlarge the charts of the gold chart. Click on it. And here we go. This is the real chart of gold. And I want to do one more step by clicking on max so that I know the historical price of gold has been fluctuating around what? Here we go. Step one, the highest when we first ever breached $1,000 was right here. This is always the way we go about understanding physical gold. And that was probably around the late 2009. We can just round it up year 2010 when it was 1,000. But the real question we should ask is how long it takes for physical gold to hit 100% profit return for us as an investor. So from 1,000 to go to 2,000, and then from 2,000, I drop the line down. That's about year 2020. So ladies and gentlemen, it takes about 10 years just to make a pathetic 100% return if you invested in gold at a price of $1,000. So we got to get this context right, all right? Now, thereby, it leads to the part that Richard is asking us. Hey, if everyone is always comparing Bitcoin with the physical gold, then what's the future prospects of Bitcoin? Now, this is the part where we go straight into coinmarketcap.com. And in coinmarketcap.com, it gives us kind of a universe display of the global crypto market cap. 1.47 trillion today. Now, this is including all the coins in the crypto space. But what essentially we're interested in is just Bitcoin itself right here. And the numbers that we want to look at is the market cap. Now it has dropped to 652 billion. But I want to remind all of our viewers today, back in the good old days in February this year, February 19 to be exact, Bitcoin actually hit 1 trillion. And once it touched 1 trillion, it will just keep touching 1 trillion. And now we're going to really address Richard's questions to all of us. What is the potential for Bitcoin to hit the kind of $1 trillion cap like the physical gold? I'm going to pull up an article in 2019, and this is really from the Winklevoss twins, founder of Gemini.com. Back then on 10 July 2019, both of them already telling the world that, hey, Bitcoin is completely undervalued until it hits a 7 trillion market cap, mama. I mean, 7 trillion market cap. And if this vision comes to pass, how do we go about calculating it? So we come back to here. Take out our calculator right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we have 7 trillion. All right. And make sure you landscape your calculator, right? Or not, there's no space already. 7 trillion. Oh my gosh. 3, 6, 9, 12. All right. 12 zeros.
Okay.
7 followed by 3, 6, 9, 12 zeros. That's 7 trillion. All right. Divided by current market cap of Bitcoin, which is 650 billion. So let's divide by 650 billion. So that will be 9 zeros. 650 billion. All right. 369, 650 followed by 90 and press answer. Ladies and gentlemen, you are really looking at a real sexy number. And what's the real sexy number? Come on, my camera, let's zoom in. My camera not playing.
10.
It's 10 times, my friends. That means to say, we always start off with the thinking, with the idea that if I put money into Bitcoin today, can I get 10 times more? And if what the twins are telling us, hey, this joker is supposed to be worth 7 trillion divided by current market cap of Bitcoin, 650 billion, we got 10 times more potential. And that's why we are excited about Bitcoin as a store value and as an asset for generational wealth.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, Dr. Clemen used 7 trillion. Today is 11 trillion. So it's more than 10 times, right? and there's a lot of potential for growth for Bitcoin. Thank you, Dr. Clemen, for that insight here. Now, next question for Dr. Clemen is this. Now, today, of course, many of us, I think today, we have been observing that Bitcoin is trading at 35,000. But if we take the whole entire 2021 as a point of reference, Bitcoin price has been swinging from the low of 9,000 to 64,000. And we assume that, Dr. Clemen, we assume that you trade Bitcoin and also hold some Bitcoin also. So the question for you, Dr. Clemen, is this: at what price will you sell off all your Bitcoin and why?
Wow, that's a very, very good question, Richard. And, you know, I want to give everybody the context of how I started investing in Bitcoin. And this is really, really important. I started way back in 2018, right at the beginning of the year. So as you can see at the footer right here, I kind of show you the years of 2000 right here. This is 2019 and 2019 and 2018 is probably around here. All right. So we are on a 1-day candle. And in the year 2017, something happened to my bunch of friends. In the year 2017, December, I got one core group of friends. They did an ICO, initial coin offering. And you know what, Richard? They raised 30 million US dollars in 1 minute. I said, oh my God, what kind of world is this? You know, back then I was like raising funds for spiking as a startup. And these guys just presented a white paper, bam, 30 million, 1 minute came in from the committee. And that really sparked off the conversation. So I have many people around me telling me that, hey, Clemen, you got to go into blockchain. You got to launch a white paper. Let's do an ICO. And that's 2018. I started my foray into blockchain community, plug myself really into the big whales among them and trying to find out why is there so much excitement. So I put this out in front of everybody so that you can kind of see the timeline that I've gone through, right? So here we go. Step one. This is in December 2017 when Bitcoin hit its all-time high, almost touched 20,000, but 19,798.68, all right? And then I drop a line from here right down. Boom. This was in December 2017. And then the moment we stepped into 2018, holy moly, we went into a winter season. It was the worst time ever to raise money. So I want to give you all context. I want to show you the entire winter season. And that is right here. Ready? Here we go. We step into this crazy bear zone. All right. This was the whole of 2018. And can you believe it? I did my ICO in December 2018, right here, when the price was lowest. So we couldn't really raise that much. Price was depressed. Everybody was just freaking low morale, burnout already. And those who can hold on, hold on. I can tell you, Richard, majority of them sold at a loss. And it was really painful for them. I mean, those who saw a loss right now, they probably feel like killing themselves already because the price has gone up way above their price. But for those, another group that saw the price at $3,000, then they are asking themselves, what the heck am I doing? How come I'm not loading up on Bitcoin? So 2017, I've shown you from this square box, and then it leads all the way to the bear season of the entire 2018. And then 2019 started. So I'm going to start moving right here and from there formulate the timeline and helping everybody understand this question by Richard is actually very, very powerful. This is 2019 all the way to 2020. It kind of went all the way to the top of 13,970. And those who bought at the low around 3,000-4,000, they were celebrating, hallelujah, we made money. But this is not big money. Not really big money. You calculate the number of time, maximum 5 times, 500% only. Not really big money, but because the movement was so fast, nobody could catch it. This only belongs to a small minority group who are actively trading Bitcoin because You must remember, Richard, they came from the 2018 1 year of nightmare. Their pants are already wet with urine already. they were like having diarrhea every single day, all right? So the group that caught this, 3,000 to 13,000, not a big group. It didn't cast the net really, really wide, all right? So from here, this was like 2019, and then I fast forward to 2020. What happened in 2020 is really important right here. Here we go. This is the start of 2020, right? And we were trading like actively. I was hanging out with a bunch of crazy whales out there, and they were saying, oh my gosh, they were moving like 15, 30, $100 million on the Bitcoin. I seen it with my own eyes. Wow. I say, wow, they are such fanatics. What do they know that I don't know about? But damn it, Richard, I didn't have the conviction. I can see the whales in front of me. They were like buying properties, buying sports car, Rolls Royce, aeroplanes, all using Bitcoin. They had the conviction I don't have. So I say, I got to find a way to build my own conviction. So I really went all in, hang out with all these crazy whales out there. And I say, okay, the only way I can anchor my conviction is right here. 12th of May, 2020. And what's the importance of that date? That is the third Bitcoin halving event for Bitcoin history itself. So every price increase, whether people are talking about 2x, 5, or 10x, is always anchored on the day one of the halving event. And on 12th of May, we rallied our committee of students. I say, come, trade with your teacher. We go in right now. And on that day, I put in $250,000. All right? Just to give them the confidence, say, okay, we got to buy much more. I will show hand to you. 5 trades, each trade 50,000, go in 5 times, $250,000 on the books. And guess what? From that day onwards, we have never seen red color. It was green all the way to here. Then when it hit all the way high, and all of our committee, we are like hardcore hodlers, HODLERS, hodlers. We say, okay, 怕死不照. All right, beat me to death and I will not run away. And then I call for a meeting. Like 2 months ago, I say, no, there's something wrong with the data that I'm seeing right now. And the data is we're going to have a big drop to the $40,000 level. And I call them, look, for me as a teacher, if I see you lose millions of profits, it's going to be very painful. I've gone through that 20 years of investing journey. So I call all of them. If you do not have the tenacity to go through this pain of losing profits, like today you have 1 million profits, then drop to $500,000 profit. Next day, you only like $50,000 profit. That's very painful. So I urge everyone, please go and put a stop limit order. So as it drops, you still preserve your profit and sell everything. Now, most of them did that. Some of them say, no, teacher, I want to go all the way. So right now they are suffering. Now for me, I will always keep a few just to kind of have a legacy that I've been there, done that. But the main bulk of it, when it drops, we also want to capture our profits. And that's really important because, when you're trading in the red zone here, it's really, really painful to kind of hang out this period right now. This is the red zone period that we're hanging out right now. We emphasize this on the many videos, that 30 to 40,000 range. We are just waiting for 2 things to happen. Either break out like this or break down like this. Now the breakdown, latest information from the insiders is that if it drops, it cannot drop beyond the majority. What do I mean by majority? Remember, Richard, I spoke about 2018 already wiped out an entire generation of Bitcoin traders, the really faithful ones. 2019 came, very few profited from the 5 times move. 2020 is the real year where everybody came back again. And that's where we experienced between 5 to 8 times of the profits. But right now, some of them are holding at 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 level. So I think that's the maximum drop you'll touch at 10,000. But, the pain of seeing you in a red ocean, like anyone in red, that's not comfortable. That's the reason why we're waiting for the precise movement to load up and kind of fire away. Back to you, Richard.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you for all your deciphering of what's happening in a very simple manner where every unsophisticated investor can understand and take action. Now, personally, I'm very positive. I'm very positive and bullish about Bitcoin. I felt that this is one of the best financial opportunity of this decade. Now, not only for ourselves, but for generation to come. In fact, my recent birthday present to my grandchildren is to give them Bitcoin. I give them Bitcoin. I say, hey, you know, one day, 10 years later, 20 years later, this is going to worth a lot of money. Even though my grandchildren say, what is Bitcoin? You know, so they're something else. So now this is the reason why I am promoting the Global Bitcoin Festival. It is a gathering of industry experts and enthusiastic community of Bitcoin holders to upgrade, promote, educate, and adopt Bitcoin. Now, this will be happening soon in October, end of October. Now, what have you got to say? What can you say to those people who want to know more about Bitcoin and capitalize on this opportunity?
Wow, Richard. For Global Bitcoin Festival, it's going to kickstart in October. That's Q4 for 2021. And as we all know, right now, we are all priming up. Right this moment, we are on Q3. 7, 8, 9, July, August, September. And Q3 is the period where, you know, most people right now on summer vacation, end of September, end of summer, and October, we're going to start all the way Black Friday sales leading to Christmas and Santa Claus rally. Every pundit on the cryptocurrency scene are expecting a major spike of Bitcoin pricing starting from November up all the way to end of December. So October timely is really precise in the sense that it gives us a kind of framework. What is the framework for all of you listening in? Effectively, there's 7, 8, 9, 3 months. 3 months to engage with us in our committee in this movement. Richard is taking the lead. You know, every one of us, we are supporting Richard and Success Resources, just taking the next 3 months to mobilize our army of NQS, our fanatics. And I want to encourage you to be joining part of this movement with us because you'll be the ambassadors. Ambassadors for someone who believe that Bitcoin is going to create for you generational wealth. So 7, 8, 9, July, August, September will pass very quickly as long as you hang out with us every week on the YouTube, right? And come October, this is the moment in time, the truth, the ground truth will be unveiled at the Global Bitcoin Festival exactly 1 month before the spike. That's the reason why all of you really got to sign up right now. Not just sign up for the event, but take action. Don't just sit there as a spectator. You rather be a Ranger Scout out there, be the first man on the frontline troops. That's what we expect you to do. So go and click on the link below right now and sign up for the Global Bitcoin Festival. Don't miss our Q4 major spikes we're catching for it.
Yeah, that's very interesting to be in an environment that will encourage you to take action. So this Bitcoin, this Global Bitcoin Festival is a movement. And when you are in the movement, you cannot but just move along and benefit from the purpose of this movement. That is to create generational wealth for yourself and for a generation to come. So do click below to sign up and find out more about the Global Bitcoin Festival. So I want to thank all of you for listening in and mostly also thank Dr. Clemen Chiang for all his wisdom. Till we meet again in the next video. Thank you so much.